Hey everybody, it's Patrick
And Sarah.
from the Board Meeples, and today we're going to do a How to Play of Ticket to Ride New York edition.
Ticket to Ride New York is a 2 to 4 player game designed by Alan R. Moon and published by Days of Wonder. It's one of the many different variations of the Ticket to Ride board game series.
Yeah, and as always, don't forget to subscribe and ring that bell for notifications for more board game content. Thank you.
Thanks! Ticket to Ride has multiple different versions of the game, with different variations to the core rules. The version we will be showing you today is New York. The object of the game is to gain the most points by claiming routes between locations, completing destination cards, and connecting tourist attractions, which is the rule variation added for this version of Ticket to Ride. Start by setting up the play area. Lay out the game board in between all of the players, then shuffle all of the transportation cards and deal out 2 to each player to form their hand. Then place 5 face up like this. The rest will form a draw pile beside the board. If 3 or more taxi or wild cards are flipped face up at this time, discard all and deal 5 new cards beside the board. Each player will also receive 15 taxis of one color and be dealt out 2 destination cards to choose from. Players must decide to keep either one or both of these destination cards. The destination cards name 2 locations, which players must connect using their colored taxis. They may take any route between locations to get there in order to score the points listed on the bottom left of the card. If a player decides to keep only one of the destination cards they're dealt, the remaining card will go to the bottom of the destination deck, which is placed next to the board to be drawn from by all players later on. Now determine a first player. When we play, we cut the destination deck, and whoever reveals the highest point value gets to go first. The game is now ready to begin. Ticket to Ride is played over a series of turns. On a player's turn, they can decide to take one of 3 possible actions. The actions are draw transportation cards, claim a route, or draw destination tickets. Transportation card colors match the colors of the routes on the board. The multicolored taxi card counts as 1 card of any color for the purpose of claiming a route. This action allows a player to take 2 transportation cards from the deck or from the face-up cards in any combination. The exception is that taking a taxi from the face-up cards counts as taking 2 non-wild cards that turn. If the taxi is drawn from the deck, this rule doesn't apply, as it was blind drawn from the deck and not actively chosen as a wild card. There is no limit to the amount of transportation cards a player can hold in their hand at a time. If at any time there are 3 taxi cards in the face-up row, immediately discard all the cards and replace with 5 new cards from the deck. In addition, if the deck would run out, simply reshuffle the discarded cards to form a new draw deck. A route is a set of spaces on the board of the same color that links 2 adjacent locations. Some locations are double routes, so in a game with more than 2 players, there are multiple options to connect 2 locations together. Double routes are not used in 2-player games, and both sides of a double route can also not be claimed by the same player. To claim a route, discard the correct color and number of cards matching the route you would like to claim, and then place taxis of your color onto all the spaces of that route. Gray routes on the board can be claimed using a set of any 1 color. Claim them in the same way you would claim any other route. Each destination card shows 2 locations and a point value. At the end of the game, you will score points of completed destinations only, or you will lose points if the route is not completed. You may take this action to draw more destination cards. Take 2 cards from the top of the deck and choose 1 or both to keep. You must keep at least 1 destination card that you drew, and you are not able to discard cards that were previously drawn in earlier turns. Any returned cards are placed at the bottom of the deck. When a player has 2 or fewer taxis left in their supply, the game will end after each player, including that player, gets 1 final turn. Final scoring takes place using the provided score pads. Add up and score points for each route claimed using the scoring table on the bottom left of the game board. Each player will add or remove points based on complete or incomplete destination cards. Finally, each player will add 1 point for each tourist attraction connected to one or more routes they claimed. The player with the most combined points wins. If there's a tie, then the player with the most complete destinations will be the winner. So that's it. Let us know what you think, or if we missed anything by commenting down below.